Shut up! This is supposed to be scary.
It is scary, dude. Is that how you feel right now, Lewis?
No, I'm
Is
painting
that
the
what's
scenario for him. Well, I love being here. You know, I kind of like live here.
It'd be terrifying.
Yeah, dude, that's dope.
Truly terrifying.
It's cool to live here.
Welcome.
Welcome. It's the spooky hour. It's a creepy hour. We're gonna fill your mind with scary thoughts and
And the sound of us coughing.
the sound of Lewis's coughing directly into the microphone, like every single episode.
He's going into an episode.
So, on today's
Talking like
docket.
that one lady from that movie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Come towards the light.
How do you do it? I don't fucking. So, yeah, we got a little bit on the docket today, dude. It's something that Lewis asked to talk about a while ago. I think like our first or second episode. And, spooky, dude.
You're gonna have to remind me because I don't know what you're talking about.
The Mothman.
Oh, Mothman.
The Mothman Prophecies.
Mothman.
Mothman's awesome, dude. He's got like fucking red eyes and big wings.
Kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, hailing from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. 375 pounds. The Mothman. And then he comes out and starts fucking beating Sasquatch's
No, he
ass.
just takes a kid and all your like some Jeepers Creepers shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Off into the sunset they go.
Who do you think will win between
He sucks the life out of their husk and then drops it.
Mothman and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
I don't know, dude. Mothman's got some weird shit behind it.
Alright.
So
You're gonna have to sell the Mothman on me because I don't know.
I'll sell you on the Mothman a little bit, dude, on his abilities. So, some of my sources for this, I went into Wikipedia and I went into each different little article that they had there, and I also went through like some other notes that somebody had written on BuzzFeed Unsolved. And, watched a few different YouTube videos and, read some other fucking articles from West Virginia at the time. It's gonna be a nice little episode here. I think I got enough good sources that it's like, I feel legible enough to do this.
Yeah.
Unlike the past episodes where I fucking haven't. So, in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the Mothman is a creature seen in town from around November 15th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967. So there was after this one specific sighting that happened in the beginning, there was a bunch of sightings started going up and up and up and up. And then around that same time next year, shit just sort of stopped. It started in November the previous year, and then just straight up sightings stopped around that time the next year in December. So maybe a month, a year and a month later. So the first newspaper report published in Point Pleasant Register was dated November 16th, 1966, titled "Couple See Man-Sized Bird Creature Something." So there wasn't an actual name for it at that point. It was just whatever fucking creature was there. it was just like two couples that were driving in their car, and they drove by this one place in the forest and saw it. But I'll get into that in a sec. The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. Mothman was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Baker in 1970, who's like another journalist, and was later popularized by John Creel in his 1975 book, The Mothman Prophecies, which is actually a book about like some of the weirder aspects of Mothman and shit. Like,
Is there a movie?
yeah, there's a movie based off of it, but
Wow.
it's it's a Richard Gere movie. It's
Okay.
it's a pretty fucking creepy movie. But the
Never seen it.
the actual book is like just like straight up experiences and just as well UFO sightings in the area that happen. So we'll get into that also. Pretty fucking weird shit, man. There's like a lot of secrecy also behind it.
How so?
As in, like, some of the encounters people were like really fucking shut-lipped about because of something else that happened at around the same time. And then there's also like weird shit that happened in the town around the time shit started. Not only UFO sightings, but like weird poltergeist. Like,
Yeah,
activity.
I have heard that the Mothman does bring like.
Doesn't he appear before natural
Yeah.
disasters?
Yeah, sort of.
Brings bad
So-
juju.
Yeah, I get into that. So, people were claiming that the supernatural events that happened, the sightings, the UFO sightings, the Mothman sightings, all had a connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. The book was later adapted into a 2002 film starring Richard Gere. And actually, it's so much of like a fucking thing in Point Pleasant that they have like a fucking huge ass statue of like fucking Mothman in the center of town. And like all around, there's like a pizza joint that has like Mothman shit. There's like a coffee, like it's really like a tourist attraction now.
Yeah.
And they even have like fucking like a big festival every year, just to be like, Mothman time, around like October and shit. Well, I think it's October. An annual festival in Point Pleasant is devoted to the Mothman legend, which also has many Mothman themed restaurants, a giant statue, and even gift shops located all throughout the city. There's a lot of shit, man.
Moth goulash.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Dude, there's one where it's like, I was watching the fucking BuzzFeed Unsolved episode about the Mothman, and they have like a fucking pizza joint where they serve like a Mothman pizza, and it's like in the shape of it. It looks goofy as shit. It looks great, dude. I love it. Who or what is the Mothman?
How do you capture the Mothman into a pizza?
Yeah, dude. How do you capture
The horror.
the soul? How do you capture a man's essence, a naked man's
A
essence,
Mothman.
into a picture,
He's just like a dude
into
with
a painting?
big wings,
Yeah.
hanging dong with red eyes.
Oh no, that's my favorite version of Mothman, dude. He comes in, he swoops in, he like fish hooks his penis inside of somebody,
Whoa!
flies off into the
Yeah, and then
sunset.
just takes them, but they're hooked.
Yeah, they're hooked. The Mothman is a strange cryptozoological, zoological, blah, 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 cryptozoological creature with a vaguely humanoid shape, often seen walking on two hind legs or flying. It's around 6 to 8 feet tall, so there's kind of like a range there,
Yeah.
I guess. Sporting two large wings, 8 to 15 foot like wingspan, so like fucking the size of like maybe almost two people. Like that's how big the fucking wingspan is.
Oh shit.
And large glowing red eyes. It is often described without a head. The color is pretty tough to discern. It's usually either a brown, like a lighter brown, or like a dark gray color. Its eyes were, as one woman described it, red like you never saw red before.
What the fuck?
Like legit fucking like glowing, piercing red eyes. It's fucking strange, dude. Mm-hmm.
Dude, wow.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, man, but I think I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I started to get into this. It's the first time I went to Disney,
Yeah.
and we were watching this show, and on top of the Tower of Terror, it looked like a big-ass bird flew, like, up on the top and landed on the top.
Sure it wasn't like an owl or something?
Dude, a big fucking bird. Like, I even looked up, I was like, damn, the fuck was that?
Could have been like a pelican.
Dude, it could have been, like, a fucking condor. I don't know what the fuck this thing was. It just had, like, a big-ass wingspan. I couldn't make out eyes because I was literally far as fuck away from this.
So it wasn't like just a fucking...
No, whatever it was, it looked big. It looked fucking big. And then it just landed. I looked at it, and I took my shitty little Razor phone, trying to zoom in to take a picture of it.
Ugh.
And of course, that didn't fucking work. And I'm telling you, man, I wish I had the phone, but
could have been the Thunderbird.
dude,
Thunderbird is another Native American legend.
Dude, what if it was
Some
a
crazy
ho-oh?
shit, dude. A hobo?
Ho-oh.
Ho-oh
the
from
legendary
Pokemon?
Pokemon. Yes.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be sweet.
Fuck you, Lewis.
Alright, so, during World War II, about 8,000 acres of the woods in Point Pleasant were employed to manufacture and house explosive in concrete igloos. After the war ended, the housing was abandoned and the TNT and accompanying explosives were cleared out to make room for a wildlife preserve known as the McClintock Wildlife Management Area. Due to findings in the 80s, the land was found to be critically contaminated by waste caused by the byproducts of the explosives and other weaponry. To this day, the igloos and much of the hazardous material still remains on the land. So there's like a lot of like, biohazard shit that's still on the land. And
How old is the Mothman?
I don't know, dude, because it really only gets spotted and like there's not really any other fucking things of the Mothman throughout history. This is just like the one fucking thing.
No, but how early is it? Is it after nuclear weapons?
It's around 20 years after World War II. So like in the 60s.
Dude, what if it's like a nuclear byproduct?
Yeah, well that's
what the fuck?
So there's speculation that this contamination could have mutated local wildlife into what would become the Mothman. So
or
like,
some crazy.
I don't know about that, dude.
Some guy. Yeah,
I'm not sure
I love
about
the
that,
saying.
dude. Some crazy scientist was just like,
Like
This is my
Spider-Man.
creature.
Yeah. On
Go
Spider-Man
into
shit.
the night.
it's fucking
Glass breaks, it gets out, it flutters in his face, and he's like, ah! And then he fucking transforms into one.
All right, so in 1966, the area of these woods, renamed the TNT area, where these...
Trademark.
Yeah, dude. TNT, copyrighted by Channel TNT. We get fucking sued for saying TNT.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, dude, sponsor us. Dude, fucking AEW watching on TNT, dude. Starring Shaq. Alright, where the area of the woods... God damn it, now I lost my place. In 1966, the area of these woods, named the TNT area, where these igloos were included in the years following the war, had become a popular hotspot with teenagers and the local youth. November 15th, 1966, Steve and Mary Millette, along with Roger and Linda Scarberry, were on a relaxing drive through the woods. Mary and Linda were shocked to see a strange figure near the TNT plant. It shuffled and moved into the plant, watching the creature from a distance in their car. They described it as not having arms or head, massive wings that were folded on its back, and two glowing red eyes. The couples took off in their car, terrified of the creature and snapping out of their hypnotic gaze. Later down the road, they began to see what they had described as two large red headlights rising above the car with a dark silhouette, rising and jumping above and behind the car, not even needing to flap its wings as it chased the car to speeds up to 100 miles per hour. The creature's voice, quote unquote voice, I don't know, was described as a high pitched screech, like mousy, like fucking like weird shit, dude.
It literally knows the first successful like glide suit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And the guy
right.
was screaming for help because he couldn't stop.
Yeah, his voice was like, it's like a rubber suit, so his voice was like trying to escape the air and like squeaking and shit. So he just sounded like an asshole.
And dude, they should look that area, launch an investigation in the woods, and I'm telling you, there's gonna be a cadaver of some fucking wingman suit guy.
Yeah.
Well, something funny about that also. To answer what you said, Lewis, there was at least like 1,000 people a night in the fucking forest, like all looking for this fucking thing, and I think like a couple of people actually did have sightings, but like nothing out of the ordinary, weirdly enough. Like not a lot of shit.
Dude, what if people scared each other at night? In 1960s, 1970s, teens, what else did that? They got it
Yeah.
going. Other than scaring the locals.
Yeah, could have been.
How do they make the eyes glow?
I don't fucking know, dude. LEDs, but I don't know. LED technology didn't really
Right?
like it existed back then, but it wasn't exactly the best. So, creature's voice was described as a high-pitched screech, like a record scratch. They neared the more populated part of the town, and the creature seemed to flake off and disappear completely. Concerned that they would not be taken seriously by the police, they ended up not even reporting the creature to the police. Later, the couples returned to try and confirm what they had seen, and much to their horror, their confirmation came in the form of the creature shuffling outside the TNT factory again. So I guess they went back to like confirm like the next day.
He's still there.
Yeah. The sight terrified the couple so badly they headed directly to the Mason County Courthouse to file a police report. Deputy Millard Halstead took the report. Due to the size of the community in town, many people knew each other through personal connections, and it was a town where everyone just sort of like knew each other. Like everyone was just sort of like, you know, like, oh, it's fucking Bob from down the street.
Yeah.
It was that kind of town. Due to this, Deputy Halstead believed that they were sincere in their terror, and just as well took handwritten police reports from both couples, which are actually like the police reports are on display at the Mothman Museum.
Nice.
The police had put all four people in separate rooms, asking them each of their encounters. To the amazement of the police, everyone wrote it down. Like every one of them matched each other to the T.
So they match the description?
Yeah.
Nice.
So they decided to go back with the fucking deputy. The deputy was with them, and I guess they saw like weird fucking shadows flying around. And then they also heard strange noises, and there was like a big like cloud of dust in the area, like something had just like flown off at a high speed. And then there was also like a big fucking print on the ground, and it was like a cloven print, like you know how fucking goats have like cloven prints and shit. It was like that.
What the
How
fuck?
big was it?
I thought I wrote it down. I believe it was like pretty big fucking print. Like maybe like 12 inches or some shit. 12-inch print or some shit. Something crazy like that.
It's a big hook.
Yeah. Linda Scarberry reportedly experienced unnerving phone calls as well as visits by the Men in Black who'd intimidate her to never talk about her experiences. Afterwards, she was treated for anxiety and shock at the local hospital. So she actually got fucking anxiety treatment and shit for this stuff.
Oh fuck.
The next morning, George Johnson, the Mason County Sheriff, held a press conference and the story began to trend worldwide. And there was a fucking, I guess, a thing where people had taken his name because, Batman was fucking popular at the time.
Yeah.
In the 60s. Because, the only show they had out back then was, the Batman.
Yeah.
He got so fucking popular that people were like, oh, dude, it's fucking Batman. And there's even one fucking report where this dude said, there's Batman on my neighbor's roof, and he flew up into the sky. In that fucking town.
What the fuck?
Sightings of the Mothman began to increase over the years, and it's estimated that each night in the TNT area of the Point Pleasant Forest, over 1,000 people would look for the Mothman from day all the way to midnight for months on end. For I think for basically that entire year of sightings. And another eyewitness report, Marcella Bennett, her 3-year-old daughter, her brother Raymond, and her brother's wife encountered the Mothman while visiting family and friends. Marcella explained during an interview with researcher, author Andy Colvin, quote, he was shaped like a male with huge wings, the way he was standing, the head like a bird. I'll never forget how he was standing. It was like he was just relaxing. Like he was just waiting for that moment.
He was perching?
Yeah, like perching, yeah. Like he was waiting for that moment for me to walk up. The neck looked like it went down in, like a bird, way down in the neck. To me, it wasn't of this world.
A super owl?
Yeah.
Not the fuck.
Super owl. Well, that's what it could have been, because there were barn owls in the fucking area at the time.
Yeah.
So it's a situation where people could have easily been freaked out by a fucking barn owl, just an unnaturally big barn owl.
Yeah.
Like the legendary barn owl.
But yeah, right. But Mothman is more marketable, I guess. But also, I think a specific kind of barn owl that they were trying to say it isn't native to the area. So it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so it's just weird all around.
Like Linda, Marcella reportedly suffered from the side effects of the creature, such as anxiety, paranoia, and nightmares. After encountering him, Marcella would report the feeling of often feeling Mothman's presence around her, and supposedly developed the ability to have premonitions and psychic visions.
What the fuck?
After the encounter, the people who encountered the creature are reported to also have seen and heard many paranormal happenings. Linda Scarberry claimed to hear disembodied noises and voices and see items moving by themselves, described as poltergeist-like activity. So, not only them, but people in the fucking town were, all of a sudden experiencing, weird fucking, shit. Fucking poltergeist-like activity. The entire city.
That's one of those things, can you call coincidence on that, or?
Yeah. I'm not sure, man. Some of this shit is actually fucking spooky. And these are people who have all taken, a crazy amount of fucking lie detector tests. And, generally came out with, good fucking results, that they weren't lying. I think Linda Scarberry, the lady from the first one who was actually treated for fucking, anxiety and shit, took some fucking lie detector tests, and generally her results were pretty good.
Generally.
No.
There's always like, somebody takes a fucking lie detector test and like.
No, I don't need ass. And they do.
One of them, one of them is always going to be like, oh, they're fucking lying. But, that's just the nature of fucking lie detector tests, I guess.
Doesn't it pick up on your heartbeat?
Yeah, it picks up on a certain pulse that happens when you're lying.
Yeah, it's like certain nerves, like they know how to strike nerves.
Yeah.
Questions. So and that's what the thing picks up on.
Yeah.
But what if you're super fucking stoic?
Right.
Unmovable, untouched, unfazed.
I'm sure there are some people who can fucking do it.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
poker
saying.
players get really fucking close
Can
to it.
I fool a lie detector?
Probably because they're not like super like. I think most people like you're gonna get got by a fucking. But if you have like training
Next
to
time
do it,
when we can afford it,
yeah, right.
Cedric is gonna go.
We're gonna do lie detector. Ooh, that'd be good video,
lie
dude.
detector.
Doing
Yeah.
lie detector tests on each other and asking each other spicy questions.
I'll tell you anything.
Oh no. All right, so other strange phenomena began happening throughout the town, which include during police dispatches. Police dispatchers would get interrupted. Phone calls would get like. Remember how at your house when we were experiencing weird shit?
Yeah.
Phone calls would like cut out, and then you would hear like breathing or like nothing on the other end, and then they would just cut back in.
Yep.
Same shit would happen. Except this time, it's not. It's like radio signals. It's not fucking cell phones and shit. It happened in the '60s. They don't have fucking cell phones. Can't really do shit like that. There were
They couldn't download apps.
Yeah, dude. They couldn't
Whack.
download the fucking TikTok app that lets you see ghosts or some shit.
Random nodding?
Yeah. Malfunctioning electronics. Doors mysteriously opening and closing and shutting on their own. An increase in UFO sightings. And malfunctioning cars with no discernible reasons. So, like, cars would just fucking stop in the middle of the road sometimes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like weird shit like that. In broad fucking daylight.
I wonder what hauntings were like in the 60s.
Yeah, dude. Like The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Where everything is just horrifying.
Never seen that movie.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
First two are really good. Everything else in that, like the Annabelle shit's awful.
Oh, yeah. They
God
were just
awful.
beating that franchise dead.
Yeah.
So
So,
remember is the
Bleed
part
it dry.
where they cut.
oh yeah, that was the first one. That was the first Conjuring. It's a great fucking movie, by the way. If you haven't seen The Conjuring, it's like Ed and Lorraine Warren or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're making like a third one where it's like this dude who's convicted of like actually fucking killing somebody while possessed.
Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking interesting. All right, so in 1966 and 1967, numerous sightings followed, revealing details about the Mothman, such as his glowing red eyes that reflected flashlights, or that he would sometimes attack vehicles or like follow vehicles and shit. On December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge, which apparently some people in the town of Point Pleasant, despite being so many fucking miles away from Ohio, had premonitions about the Silver Bridge in Ohio, which killed 46 people. Some residents claim to have had prophetic dreams and messages from the Mothman leading up to the collapse. The Mothman himself is said to appear before different tragedies, either before or after events. This, in addition to strange dreams, is what many people theorize might be evidence for the Mothman to be an interdimensional creature or an alien, rather than a cryptid or like an actual creature. And at the Silver Bridge, here is the actual photo that somebody took. I think it's been like colorized, but here is like you can see him like sort of perched up.
Definitely someone perched.
Yeah, I guess that was. I'm not sure if it was like the day of the collapse or like before. But there he is, just perched up right on the fucking corner there. That's one of the pictures. Following this event, in 2001, during the tragedy of the 9/11 plane attacks on the Twin Towers.
Oh, this is one that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a fucking weird one because the photographers who took these two different pictures in two different places, I guess from two different angles of the same fucking thing. And you can see it in the picture, like you can see like behind and in front of. So it's not like just a fucking bird.
Yeah.
You can tell by the wingspan and you can tell by like the distance of where it is. It can't just be like a fucking person falling either. So if you these two photos were taken and I'm going to take a look at these. These are from two different angles shot at the same time.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah. There you go. That's how it looks. Yeah, so like you can tell, and I think the both of the photographers didn't notice it until later.
Yeah, it's
And
fucking weird.
Pretty fucking creepy pictures because it's like you can tell, like the building, like you can see the building on the other side.
Yeah.
And the fucking Mothman himself, some people think that he might be the angel of death, which is why he shows up during tragedies or why people have prophetic dreams. Thank you, Lewis.
No problem.
So that's pretty fucking weird. Like, and you can tell it's not just a fucking bird.
Yeah.
Like the wings are too.
It's funny. The first time I heard about Mothman was this.
Was the fucking 9/11 thing?
Yeah.
Really? Because like I
think they
I
mentioned
remember
them
hearing
too
about
in that. Sorry to cut you off.
don't know. You can.
They mentioned it too in that one show, the Saturdays.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the cryptid zoology show on Cartoon Network.
Dude, that show is fucking cool. I like
Oh
that
yeah,
show.
yeah, I like that show
It
too.
actually had like different fucking legends and shit.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil and shit.
Yeah. So in November 2016, WCHS reported on the pictures from a man who had claimed to have taken pictures of the Mothman. The man said he was driving along West Virginia, Route 2 in Point Pleasant, when he saw something jumping from tree to tree flying around, and the man pulled off the road and pulled out his phone to take pictures. And these pictures are kind of like there's three pictures, and they kind of look a little like...
A little funny, a little Photoshop.
Yeah, not even like Photoshop. Like, it literally, this actually probably could just be like a fucking bird.
Yeah.
But like, you can see like sort of legs on it. It's weird.
Like my Disney experience.
Yeah, these ones don't look as convincing as the fucking 9/11 ones. Because the 9/11 ones, you can see like
No.
those were not just like photos that were taken to be like, oh, look at here's the fucking Mothman. He's flying around.
Looks like some fucking weird prop for like
Yeah.
HSD.
Kyle Gass in the Mothman suit.
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. It'd be a great video. Like the 9/11 ones were actually just pictures that photographers that were taking of the actual fucking tragedy itself. They weren't pictures that were meant to be like, oh my god, look guys, it's the fucking angel of death or some shit. Like, and you could tell it's not a person jumping from a fucking height. Because, like, that shit happened during 9/11.
Yeah, a lot of people from the top kind of fell.
Yeah, and the buildings next to it were, like, falling too. And so people were, like, tragically jumping out of fucking, like, windows and shit to try and avoid, you know... Because, like, what are you going to do? Get crushed to death, or do you want to jump out a window? Kind of a heavy question for the...
Yeah, I know, right?
But, like, you can tell. Like, it's not... It doesn't look like it's bullshit. And the fact that it's taken from two separate fucking photographers, coincidentally at the same fucking time, in two different parts of the city, looking at the same angle. And when you look at it, it's like, okay, that must be, like, big. That must be, like, person size. Or at least, like, bigger. You know what I mean? It's fucking strange, dude. So, most recently, 2017, an outbreak of sightings of around 20 or so sightings occurred in Chicago from April to July of 2017. Now, apparently, these were like by big bodies of water.
Yeah.
And in Chicago, there's actually like a species of like bird, like a big ass fucking cranes or some shit.
Yeah.
That are
heron.
that are like the size of fucking people.
Yeah.
And because like it happened near fucking water and shit, it's probably like pelicans. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if I could take that one to heart, but like the UFO sightings in the town kind of point to me that it's more like alien shit.
Yeah.
And the fucking Men in Black sightings. Men in Black is already a creepy subject in and of itself.
Fucking cool though.
We'll probably have like an episode about that at some point. But like, oh, let me sit up here.
I would join.
Yeah, dude. Men in Black episode's gonna be a little fun. Because there's some more pictures and there's actual like video of the Men in Black. And I kind of want to save that for that fucking episode.
Yeah.
But suffice to say, they're like people that come to anyone who's been like researching or like fucking around with UFO stuff.
Fish people.
And dude, they're like weird and like pale and white. And they have like bright pink lips and shit. And they don't have any fucking like eyebrows or even eyelashes. They're like totally bald. I guess a lot of people in the town at the time were experiencing not only UFO sightings, but all that weird paranormal shit. And the fucking Men in Black were coming to people's houses. Like different people in fucking Point Pleasant, they were knocking at their doors and basically like grilling them the fuck out. Like the one lady, Linda Scarberry, the lady from the first, like the couple from the first story, pretty much had to get treated for anxiety and stuff. And I guess she experienced it for like years and years after. Which is one thing that kind of rings true to me, because it's like, why would she need to be treated like for years and years after if it's just like a simple fucking sighting, you know? And then them describing the fucking voice and, you know, going back with the fucking officer who corroborated their story. Lewis looks like he's dying, bro. Yeah, we're a little bit low energy. We just did the first podcast, so we're a little...
I just had a full dinner.
Yeah.
With a lot of dessert. Now I'm crashing from all the sugar.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Don't die.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it could be just like a fucking...
Dude, I still believe that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein can fight the Mothman.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know, dude, because he's got like fucking UFO powers and shit.
Yeah, dude. He could like summon fucking fish people too. He sounds pretty badass.
I don't know, dude. Maybe the Men in Black were like tracking him down.
Yeah, dude. Like on some like weird shit, and maybe he is like a fucking weird,
Maybe like
alien, kind of like the cockroach one in Men in Black.
Yeah, but like the Men in Black are actually bad because they intimidate and like kill people and shit.
Dude, what if Sam Squash is an alien?
Sam Squatch?
Yeah.
Sandwich?
Sandwich? Dude, what if the sandwich...
Man, this sandwich...
I'm, you ever heard of a sandwich? I like how little kids say sandwich.
Yeah.
They say it like sandwich.
Sandwich?
Can I have a sandwich? Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
But honestly, it's kind of hard to tell because like how like spread out like the sightings are.
Yeah. And it's like from... At some point in the town, there started being like more and more sightings. So evidently there was like something there. I could attribute a lot of the shit to like, you know, maybe like bird sightings or like fucking owl sightings or some shit, which is totally logical. Like that's totally fine.
Maybe pranksters.
Yeah. But like people having dreams about the fucking Silver Bridge in Ohio before it fucking collapsed. which was a fucking
Now
big
that's
tragedy.
creepy.
Oh,
Let's see. Don't worry, we're only kind of knocking shit over.
that was empty, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
empty.
Okay, go. I don't know. I'll be honest. My thoughts on it are, I feel like maybe there was something there a couple of times. Like the guy who saw it on the roof. There was the lady who saw it with like her brother and her kid and shit. And they all fucking saw it together. And then the fucking Men in Black came to their house and was like, hey, don't fucking talk about this.
They just walked in
Yeah.
and told her that one sentence.
Yeah, right.
And then just walk out.
No, I guess what the Men in Black do is they come into somebody's house and they start like grilling you the fuck out, but you're under like some weird hypnosis. Yeah. It's fucking strange, dude. We'll probably cover that on the next episode if we get the chance.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking Mothman.
I don't know, man. Like,
He looks cool.
maybe he is an alien.
Yeah. Maybe. He could be like, I don't know, there's theories that he could be like an alien or like an interdimensional alien.
Yeah.
Or maybe
And
like...
it would make sense for the UFO sightings too if he was one.
Yeah. There's also the Angel of Death theory, which... I don't know.
Nah, I don't know about that either.
I don't know about that. That seems a bit of a stretch. We're already stretching it for like fucking aliens and stuff.
Yeah, for a giant moth man.
And interdimensional, 4-dimensional beings who can fucking cause ghosts, apparently.
Sully from Monsters Inc.
Yeah. Dude, what if it's what's the lizard guy in Monsters Inc? Randall.
Yeah.
Dude, what if it's fucking Randall?
There's some Randall fucking.
Because Randall
snake-looking
could like
boy.
glide into it and fucking Monsters
Just-
Inc.
No, okay, I don't know.
And he got like super tall and shit at the end.
Well,
I thought that's what happened.
So wait, Mothman doesn't have arms, right?
No.
It's even scarier, the idea of him swooping down.
Yeah. Like him fucking
like a
grabbing
sugar
someone.
glider just grabs you.
No.
Well, the weird thing is that when they described it, they didn't see him like up in a tree when they were driving past the TNT factory. They saw him like shuffling around outside,
Just like fucking
like fucking waddling around, like on the ground as a person would do, walking around on fucking hind legs, shuffling around.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that's a fucking weird thing. And for the... I don't think the deputy saw that. But, like, for the deputy to be like, oh, there's fucking hooved feet on the ground. I don't know, man.
See, that's fucking weird.
That is very strange.
That's when you actually look for the Men in Black.
Yeah. That's where you go looking for them, dude. Put fucking tinfoil on.
Fuck yeah, sign shit, dude.
Bring out the fucking shotgun. Chick.
Yell out his name 3 times.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's not. None of us, like, we didn't do it. You don't want to summon him.
Because I got scared for a second. Why would I continue to...
Yeah.
Why would I continue to play along, dude?
Why
if
would
I'm
I
gonna
chant his name
actually
3
fucking-
times? That's ridiculous. Do it.
Mothman.
Alright, we're still here. And I'm pretty sure we could outrun Lewis right now.
I can, yeah, I could definitely outrun Lewis right now. And I'm not even the fastest person in the room. Lewis is faster than me. He's just high.
I'm very passive.
Sink or swim, Lewis! I fucking push you. He gets taken off by the Mothman.
Oh, man.
Somebody help me! It's like Billy and Mandy, but we sit there and we don't do anything. Raggle fraggle!
Dude, we need a Billy and Mandy show.
Yeah, dude. Well, here's the thing with the Mothman. It's like, he hasn't directly attacked anyone. He's, like, fucked with people's cars. And, like, as in, like, you know, kind of batted at it and shit.
Making his fucking weird noises.
And he's, like, scared people and stuff. But he hasn't actually directly hurt anyone or, like, it seems like he's tried to fucking hurt somebody. But seems more like, I don't know, just from the reports and shit, he's like trying to scare them off
Yeah.
rather than like actually fucking try to kill someone.
So is Mothman a good thing? Is he a...
I don't know, dude.
Can he predict the bad things and he's trying to warn people?
Could be. Could be like an escaped alien convict or some shit who's like actually a good guy. And then the Men in Black are like the guys that are trying to like lock him back up.
Yeah.
Like pieces of shit. And they come disguised as fucking humans.
Some fucking...
Trying to lock up Mothman.
There's a theory with
Throw him in the null
like
void.
some fucking conspiracy where apparently Men in Black are supposed to be like corpses that aliens inhabit. That's why they're like all fucked up and like weird looking, and they don't have any hair.
And they look like fish people.
Maybe. All right. Well, I think this is a pretty good episode.
Oh, yeah.
About, 50
Remember.
minutes or so.
The red eyes.
Red eyes, dude.
Mothman's always watching.
She'll swoop down and get you like Jeepers Creepers.
Oh. Except-
Somebody help me.
Except this time it's not directed by a pedophile.
Oh, yikes. Forgot about that.
Ooh, Brian Silva.
Not Anderson Silva.
Not Anderson Silva. And now I remember who Brian Silva is. He was the director of Jeepers Creepers. And he was a convicted child predator. Convicted.
Damn.
So what's your favorite scary movie now?
What scares you now, asshole? Oh, what an episode, dude. What a good note to end the episode on.
I don't know, man.
All right. Well, next time probably cover fucking either EVPs or what's the other one? Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two I got on the docket. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on the Roswell incident before we decide to do an episode.
Remember, if your child goes missing at Disney, Mothman has it.
Yeah, dude. Also, like Mothman, the Roswell incident, and Skinwalker Ranch are kind of like the holy trinity of like weird shit, along with like fucking Sasquatch and stuff, and the Loch Ness Monster and whatever else. Just kind of like one of the staples of like weird shit, and that one's gonna need like a little bit more time for me to kind of. So we'll build up to it.
Yeah,
we'll build up to it, and Mothman. I feel like I've done like a good amount of research that I feel comfortable with this episode. So this was fun.
Yeah.
Pretty informative. Now I know what to look for once I go to New Orleans.
What?
Is it New Orleans or where is it?
Fucking West Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
I hope he's in New Orleans.
Mountain Mama.
I want some beads, and it just shows all like 6 of its titties.
Yeah.
Mothman's a cheap slut.